To start building me, my nightly concept that consistency is far more important than intensity and duration of your training, folks, and that training is mandatory. You cannot be healthy unless you exercise, folks. People kick and scream when I tell them this. They try to find every excuse. My dog ate my exercise routine. Whatever it is, folks, you've got to exercise to be healthy. If you don't, how do I always phrase it? If you don't work your body will not work, or something to that effect. I think it's usually better. But nonetheless, you've got to work your body if you want your body to work properly. That's just the sad truth, folks. But it doesn't have to be this arduous, set routine of weights for 1 hour a day or something like that. That's why I'm trying to prove to you that it can just be 15 minutes. Because, hey, folks, I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077 at the moment. Yes, I'm just a year or two late, as I usually am with games, and wanted to break something up until my next contract or going to Christmas. So I wanted to play a game and I want to get back to it. So I am going to do good to see you, Jazz, as always. Hope metal guitar was fruitful. I'm guessing it is, because I love your metal guitaring. So, will I use the box tonight? I will or not? I will use the box tonight, as it's a good gauge to see how deep I need to go. Jazz, I was just saying, I started playing Cyberpunk 2077 today, or last night rather, excuse me. Just 2 or 3 years later than as always. Playing it on medium spec because it's quite intensive. Despite having an awesome CPU, my GPU is not the last generation. Yeah, sorry, the last generation, not the present generation. Anyway, I want to be in and out of here in 15 minutes, folks. That is the way I roll. I can try and get 50 squats and 50 push-ups up. Hopefully you can get something similarly around those numbers. If not, hey, how about 1 push-up and 1 squat? That's all I'm aiming for people who are here to start building me. Well, not me, but them. Start building you. I want you to come and do some exercise and then go play your own version of Cyberpunk 2077 with Jazz. It might be, hopefully check out 1899 if you like Dark. I didn't like Dark. I watched 1 episode and I realize I've got far too much chronic traumatic encephalopathy to be able to understand such a show. Germans can get a little bit intense, although I love their automotive engineering. Anyway, let's squat and talk instead of walk and talk. There's no walking going on here. Shake out your limbs, shake out your legs, and let's get started. Oh yeah, I have it on Xbox. Cool. 11 Future Brawler kitted out with body mods. Yeah, I am playing the Nomad. I figure I may as well be what I am. And I wanted to do corporate, but I'm no longer corporate. So maybe if I get a job, I'll go and play through corporate as well. 1899, check it out. I am on the 3rd episode now, and I'm enjoying it. It's quite good. So let's try and get 50 out, folks. 1, 2... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sitting back into your heels always, folks. Breathe. And one thing that I'm never explaining when I'm doing it is whatever rhythm or cadence, however you want to explain it. I will try and enunciate better. I walk 10 kilometers in the sun with the dogs, and I have got classic Gordo heat stroke. Everybody who knows and loves me knows classic Gordon heat stroke. Used to be when I used to drink too many beers in the sun when sailing. Now it's just coming when I'm walking in the dogs, walking with the dogs out in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, breathe. I need to take my own advice here, folks, because I'm obviously lacking oxygen in my brain. I've already got some blockages, I'm guessing, some glitches like my Cyberpunk 2077 character. Anyway, 10 in the bank. Try and breathe. If you're a novice, people seize up when they're breathing. If you continually breathe, you'll be able to get more numbers out. 2, And take a load off and breathe. Now I've got some allergies. I just went up to the shop to get some Zyrtec. I'm not sure what is going on there. Not sure what is going on here now. My hat's disappearing. Sometimes it does only on this monitor and it doesn't on the feed. No, it's definitely doing on both monitors now. Very strange how it's intermittent. All the lights are on. One time like I said, this is still Start Building Me beta. I still haven't ironed out a lot of the problems. For me, it is more important at this stage to practice talking and training people on camera. I think that's what I'm trying to get most of the bugs and gremlins out, rather than wondering why my hat's disappearing on screen. Is it maybe the light? No, that makes no difference at all. Anyway. Maybe to make a difference with my hat forwards. My mic's still working. I'm very happy where I've clipped my mic. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 30 in the bank. Turn my hat forwards. A little bit better. Very strange, folks. Very strange. Very, very strange, mate. Anyway, the dogs are knackered now. Yeah, it disappears sort of at the center. Does my hand? No. And if I take a step back, seems to be okay as well. Maybe I just need... Oh, no. I have a feeling it's something to do with my back screen light. Anyway, certainly the least of my concern, even though a lot of the production sticklers in this day and age, it's not enough to have free content online these days. It has to have Hollywood style production values as well. So it is something I'm going to work on, folks. I'm going to shell out some of my own money for production, but as I said, I'm working with video editors and producers, but they are quite busy at this stage, and I'm still waiting for that information to come through so I can work on content. As I work on content, I'll work on my green screen. Until then, I am just here to give you my pure essence at night whilst I am doing something that I'll do anyway, folks. I've really got to stress that, right? So when I was a kid, this is what I used to do, and this is what got me into sport. This is what got me into athleticism. So when I started doing Start Building Me with Jazz here, the absolute alpha from the game, I thought, will other people do it? And then I thought, well, I did it, right? It was information that was handed down to me, and I actually did it, and it changed my life forever. So I know that it might be a long shot, and I know that there, like I said, are kids that are going to be rather watching people play Fortnite and stuff, and watching girls in bubble bath, which is the nature of Twitch. But I figure if I start advertising it and pushing this out, folks, I'm not doing this for the sake of doing it. I'm doing it because it works. I'm also doing it because it helps me. Keeps me in check. Now in my sobriety body as a temple era, I need to exercise and I need to keep myself in check. So I figure I may as well keep, or try at least, to try and keep other people in check as well, to give back something after the Lord and the world has taken so much from me, to quote Dave Chappelle in Player Haters Ball. There's the almighty Lord that has given everybody so much and has given me so little. Anyway, seriously, I find this is something that with very, very minimal input, we're pushing the blood around our body, we're getting our heart rate up, we're reoxygenating our blood because we have to when you're doing aerobic respiration, folks. And like I said, you have to do this. It is mandatory. As that forces me to breathe. This is not something that you can take or leave. It's like saying, oh no, I'm not a big eater. I'm just not going to eat. Oh no, I don't need to sleep to be healthy. You will die if you don't eat. You will die if you don't sleep, folks. You will die if you don't exercise enough. Now, it's going to be hard to show this. You'd obviously have to strap somebody in place so they couldn't move, and that's obviously torture, and that's not a very likely scenario to ever go through, just like it would be to, isolate somebody from being able to eat entirely. But folks, you've got to exercise. You've got to exercise, and take it from somebody who has to exercise for my sanity. If I don't exercise, everything gets really, really bad really, really fast. So I'm putting it to other people. If life sort of sucks, or you've got some issues, this is a good place to start. Or if you just want to slightly sharpen your tool set and improve your life just a little bit, this is another good place to start building you. Anyway, let's do some squats, do some push-ups. Will I get back to cyberpunk? I just started watching a Simpsons episode, and it's maybe a nice way to take a break, folks. France versus who we got? France versus Argentina. Now, like I said, my tips are so bad that the waiters preemptively punch me in the face when I walk through the door of a restaurant. Just joking, folks. I usually tip 30 to 40%. Because I think that's one of the ways that you can be altruistic in this life. If you can afford eating out, you can afford tipping 40%. And if not, stay at home and eat healthy. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, my tipping has sucked for this World Cup. I would like to see France get back-to-back. Why not? 2 back-to-back. Good, I'm glad I got a laugh out of that. I was quite happy with that. Some of my harebrained, what is it called? Glitches can make some amusing things. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see France win the World Cup. Will I put any money on it? Hell no, folks. I will not put any money on seeing France win because I've lost pretty much every bet that I've placed this World Cup. No, it's not that bad. I think I won a few of the group stages, but after the group, I've lost everything. So I'm not... Argentina, put all your money on Argentina. It's probably a sure thing. But... yeah, I've sucked. I'd like to see French win because, I'm going to say it. I hate Lionel Messi and I hate the Argentinian team. Sue me. Can I get cancelled for this? Cancel me. Just joking, Argentina and Argentina fans. I actually, don't really follow Messi or any of the teams that he's played with and never have. Be that Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain and any of those leagues. So I don't really know him. He's supposed to be awesome. I do prefer, dare I say it, CR7 and Cristiano Ronaldo. I have followed teams that he's played in, especially when he started his career at Manchester United. He was, and still arguably is, a phenomenal athlete. Has won a lot of cups, and I feel bummed that he didn't play for that last game for Portugal. Anyway, I'm not going to cry a river over a dude who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Sucked in, Cristiano Ronaldo. Go hang out with your beautiful wife and children in your multi-million-dollar chateaus. Chateaus plural because he probably owns 50 of them. Anyway, how dare he? Yeah, that's it. All these teams. I barely watch the 2 teams that I support, which is Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga and Arsenal in the Premier League. Sometimes Chelsea as well, because they used to have a lot of German players, but now they lost Timo Werner and they also lost Antonio Rudiger. So, but as a Kai Havertz fanboy, they also lost Thomas Tuchel, the German manager. Anyway, yeah, no bother, no point for following Chelsea at all anymore. I'll just go back to watching failing Arsenal. But now that they've got Gabriel Jesus playing for them, it's a little bit cooler to watch. Anyway, 10 more. Let's do some push-ups, and I'm going to get out of here. What was I going to do again? Simpsons, that's right. And I drink some raspberry soda water and some ice, folks. That's what sobriety brings me these days. Boring lifestyle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway, reward anybody who is in Sydney between the 24th and the 28th. I will come and see. If you are, Jazz, I'm not sure if you're still there. It'd be cool to have a non-alcoholic beer, or go to the old go to the old mill and get some cider. If not, I will speak to you virtually over here. Crotch cam, patented crotch cam. Oh, my team, no, my toes hurt. Breathe, folks. Follow what I say, not what I do. Let's get some push-ups out of the way. Spread your fingers, tense your butt, dig your feet into the ground. By toes, I mean toes like I am doing now. Really drill them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a breathe, folks. Take it easy. Yeah, sounds good, sweet. If not, frick, I'd even consider going down for a day trip to wherever you are in the world, but it'd be awesome to see you, man. Few people, but definitely you. I'm going to try and do 50. Actually, I might try and do 60 like I did squats. She's got a long blonde hair. Certainly not mine. Oh yeah, probably the lassie I got the rug from. Well, it could be Kim's, but Kim has sometimes red, but usually red and black hair. So ain't no Kim hair either. Spread your fingers, clench your butt. And breathe, folks. Look up, of course, as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting this good tension. It's a good exercise, folks. I really can't stress this enough. Just doing 50 push-ups a day is surprisingly good exercise. I've done ridiculous amounts of weights, and I've also done peptides and hormones, folks. So like I said, I'll always tell you the truth of what I do, but nonetheless, the fact that I'm still maintaining my muscle mass, everything's still tense and taut and as it should be from doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to the gym or anything like that. I'm just training with you in the evening, and I've got my fingerboard outside that I'm doing wide grip chin-ups with, and on the board today I've got 30. I'm going to try and get 30 more out before I get to bed. Chances of that happening though. Shake the imaginary 8 ball. Unlikely, or doesn't look good, or whatever it used to say. I can't remember. I used to have one back in the days where I used to be incredibly brain damaged 24/7. Outlook not likely. I think it was something like that. Anyway, yeah, can't be asked to do any more chin-ups tonight, so I'm going to just do a few more push-ups and a bit of Simpsons, probably a bit of Cyberpunk. I should look at a build and see where I should be allocating most of my skill points for. There's probably got something online, just like arbitrarily just assigning them like I used to do Diablo, where people used to be like, bro, your build sucks, and you're like, okay. I'm like, oh, you got to go online, you got to get this guide and build it exactly this way. And I was like, oh, okay. I have a feeling that I'll be doing the same. My goodness, it makes me want to go out and get whatever 3090 or 3080 or whatever cards are out at the moment. It'd be pretty cool to see it, because the rest of my PC is a beast. I've got like an Onyx chip, or like top of the line, whatever, 64, or I think 128 core chips, like just ridiculous stuff, but just, a pretty old school card. So medium it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But Yeah, it's cool. I just wanted to play a good game, and I was going to get Age of Empire 4. And I was just like, I wonder what else is good on PC at the moment. I reckon arbitrarily, as it's not super crazy, not like Diablo builds. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I read them and I'm just like, I can't see how this will help my character at all. F, bye. This next one, this is a passive skill. Okay, this is plus 10 damage. Okay, F. Yeah, bye. You don't have enough points. Yeah, okay, go back playing it again. It's a cool idea. Sort of reminds me of that game the game Bioforge back in the day, which was cool. Used to like it. I mean, back in the day, I'm talking 25 years ago, folks. Okay, you happy? I'm old. I played it before the Pentium chip came. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I played it on an abacus. Oh, folks. You don't see, I don't need to be drunk anymore. My brain damage makes up for it. Oh, man. Anyway, I really want a PlayStation 5 and an 8K television and Gran Turismo 7 to play it again on. And I will. I'm going to get it for myself as a present, folks, if a certain life event happens, as I hope it certainly does. If it does, I'm going to buy myself a present. Thanks for being an idiot, but getting yourself out of an idiotic situation. I'm not sure if it generally works that way in life, but for me it certainly does. I call getting out of slightly idiotic situations as accomplishments in life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feels good, folks. Feels good doing a few push-ups. I'm also into boomer shooters right now. Proteus and Steam is good. Oh, like old school Doom, eh? Okay. Now, what's the price like? That's the thing that was getting me on all these games. And let's just say that I got a downloader's discount on Cyberpunk 2077 from torrentleech.org. Yeah, they can get slightly out of hand. I need to get another hard drive though. I would like to get one of these Samsung ones that's like, whatever, 2,500 megabit per second write and read speed, but that's like 8 terabyte instead of 2. That would be convenient. Anyway, 10 or 20 left, folks, and then that's 25 minutes. And like I said, I do this, folks, because it's essential for me and it makes me feel better. I'm doing it because I like hanging out with my friends virtually, and it's something that COVID and the good branch Covidians, as they're called, much to the dismay of people who are on Twitter who hate Elon Musk, which I find curious. I find it curious that people can support the mainstream media and the government these days and hate somebody who makes rockets, internet access, and cars. It's like, I'm not saying that he's not a bellend, right? Like, he seems like a bit of a dork to me. I think that's sort of cool, though. I mean, like, to me, he's like a billionaire that I could sit and hang out with, right? But I certainly couldn't sit down and hang out with a journalist or a government, like a politician. So I'm going to take his camp any day of the week over theirs. But it's funny to see how many people online just see him as some tyrant or some bad guy. It's just like he's bad according to the media and the politicians. It's like, my friends, these people do not represent you. the government and the media are historical tyrants that have only been in making an effort to try and rule you and increase their power and destroy your quality of life. And like I said, I try to keep politics out of Start Building Me, but there's a German expression: don't believe anything you hear and half of what you read. I think it's probably a good thing to leave that on there, but $20 or $30, I'll check it out. I'll check out the reviews. What do we got here? Proteus. Anyway, 10 more. Go play your game. Yes, keep your secrets, or whatever that Lord of the Rings quote is. I'm going to watch some Simpsons, eat the rest of my roast. Stop. I didn't tell you were at Metal last night. I'll send you the picture. Dale and Keith were fighting in the living room, and Keith had Dale by the scruff of the neck and rammed his head through the plasterboard in the living room. Dale's head went through a hole through the plasterboard into this hole and came back, and it was like in Terminator 2, that scene where T-1000 and the T-800 are fighting and they're throwing each other through the drywall in the mall. It was just like that, and Dale's head comes out of the drywall with Keith still attached to it, with his still goofy grin on his face, with like all this powder just dripping off him like to vacuum it off his head. Helps him make sense of reality. Yeah, people need a bad guy. I suppose that's really it, man. It just terrifies me that people literally do believe anything that they read these days. Anyway, drywall Dale is what I'll call him now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 10's your butt, 19, 20. Holy crap indeed. I'm glad that my mate Clint knows how to repair drywall. I'll have to throw him some bucks, because it's like $100 an hour for a tradie at the moment. Even that's if you find one. So, Clint, I'll be forever in your debt. Anyway, love you, Jazz. You're a weapon. Hope to see you in the next few days, but hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a good night.